What's up, guys? This is Cristian from Athel. Here with the first installment of our drum tech series. I'm going to teach you how to tune your snare drum. And you're tuning your drum, it's important to know what the heads do and the different sides. The batter head is for the initial attack and what the sound is when you first hit the drum. The resonant head, which is the bottom side, that's more your overtones and just like the after effect of what your drum's going to sound like after you hit it. First, we're going to talk about the bottom head. When you're tuning the bottom head, the snares like to get in the way a lot. So what I like to do, a technique that I learned, is you loosen up the snares, and nice and loose right there. You can pick them up, and you take a drumstick and you put them under the snares. You can hold them on the ring so that they don't get in the way, or you're tuning at all. You don't hear any of the snares whatsoever. All right. So when you're tuning any drum and when you're tightening the lugs, the first thing you want to do is realize that don't tighten in a circular pattern, because that puts too much tension on like either side of the head. So you're going to do a cross pattern like so. Okay, so when you're tuning, but you can use a drum key, you can use a drumstick, you can use your finger, whatever you got. So basically you're going to tap probably about an inch away from the lug, just to kind of listen for the tone. I'll tap a little louder so you guys can hear. And you're going to listen for any differences in tone. Those are pretty similar. I mean, once you're fine-tuning, you want to get them all to sound about the same. They don't have to be perfect yet. If you hear that one compared to the rest of them, I mean, that one's a lot lower, so we're going to tune that one up a little bit. It's still low. So what some people don't realize is that this, like if you're tuning a specific lug, it can still affect all the other lugs. So what I like to do when I tune is I stay on complete opposite sides of the drum, because it's very hard for this lug to affect this one all the way over here tuning wise. So if you see, this one is a lot lower, so I can tune this one up. Now they're a lot more similar, and I'm a lot more satisfied with that. And once you get all of them to be pretty similar, that's when you can you can take the stick out. You can kind of hit the head, and I'm pretty satisfied with that tone. Now that I have the resonant head tuned to my liking, I'm going to work on the batter head. You're tuning. A lot of people, like when they're tuning, they like to put a stick there so that they can hear the sound a lot better. But what I learned is that there's tension on this head, and that's what creates the sound. That's what creates the tone. So when you're putting tension on it and you're looking for a tone, and when you release it and then look for the tone again, you're not always applying the same tension with the stick. So you get the stick. When you're fine tuning, you don't want to tighten too much. You just want to kind of give it about a quarter turn, if anything, because you want the tune to be very minimal when you're fine tuning. And another mistake that people make sometimes is that when they're tuning and they tighten it too much, they tune down. Never tune down, ever. That's bad. You always, if it's too high, I'll tune down, look for the tone again, and then tune back up. That's the proper way to tune it. I'm not going to go into too much more detail with this whole thing. I want to kind of wrap it up. But like with the snare head, the batter head, just, cross pattern, tighten it up about a quarter inch when you're or a quarter turn when you're fine tuning. Leave the snares off when you're tuning the batter head, and just listen for the differences in tone. Now, if you notice, if you can hear it, there's a ring. Okay, now what I've managed to do, I'm not a pro or anything, but I know how to tune a drum. So there's a ring, but there's no snare. There's sometimes when you tune a snare, you can hear the snares on the bottom and they're shaky. If you've managed to get this far, good for you, because a lot of people don't know how to do that. But there's still that ring, and almost nobody likes the ring. But there's different techniques you can use to get rid of the ring. There's moon gels. There's the rings, the plastic rings that you can get for the snare. a lot of different methods you can use. Alright, one little after note that I forgot to mention, but I still want you guys to remember, is that when you're tuning the snare side, you change the tension that the snare is applying to the head. So leave this tension setter about halfway. That way you have enough room to work with, the tension of the snares on the head. And because if you do it too tight in the beginning, then you got to readjust and retune the head, and it's a big pain in the butt, especially with this side of the snare. Thanks for checking out the video, guys. I hope you like it. I hope you learned a thing or two. Stay tuned. There's going to be a lot more videos coming out. I'll keep you guys updated. Talk to me too. Let me know if you have any questions about anything, comments. Just keep in touch and let me know what you guys want to know. Thanks.